Good evening. Good evening. It strikes me, I was very honored to receive a Golden Boot in 1983. And I've been coming to just about every one of these since then. And my God, the people that aren't here anymore, it's really quite amazing. I remember when these front tables with Roy Rogers, Gene Autry, Clayton Moore, all the guys that when I was a small boy rode so tall in the saddle. But tonight, I'm going to bring and introduce a member of a younger generation of Westerners, especially on television. She just happens to be my wife as well. We've celebrated a lot of cowboys, but probably more cowboys than cowgirls in the last few years. So I just want to say that she's all cowgirl at heart, and she was on your television sets for 10 years of her life, and in which we saw the West, the pioneering experience, through the eyes of a child. And we haven't often done that here at the Golden Boots. So I think she brings and has brought a unique perspective to the West, the Western, and what Washington constantly accuses our town of not having enough family values. Well, I don't know who represented family values more than Michael Landon. And I don't know where they were, but they certainly weren't looking. But and she's kind of his legacy, and continues to bring family entertainment to television. Ladies and gentlemen, my best friend, my wife, and to most of you, she was known as Half Pint, Melissa Gilbert.
I just can't watch Michael Landon and I on film anymore without crying. I am a lucky woman. I am blessed to have had such a wonderful and diverse career, but my fondest memories were created working on Westerns. On the set of Little House on the Prairie, I milked cows, collected eggs, hunted for frogs and fished. I even had my own horse. Jack Lilly taught me how to ride. And poor Danny Allen, our wrangler, had to listen to me every day at lunchtime, begging him, "Please, can I ride? Please, can I ride?" I saw cattle and horses being born. I played with dogs, deer, rabbits, other kids. I even learned how to spit. Victor French taught me that. I learned about the history of the West from the stories we portrayed, and I learned the history of the Western from wranglers, stuntmen, and actors who had been making them for at least a generation before me. When Little House ended, I thought, sadly, well, that's it. I've had my time in the West, now it's time for something new. Well, the next thing I knew, I was off making my first feature film, Sylvester. And there I was, in the middle of Texas, chaps, boot, hat in place, on horseback. This time, though, I was working with the remarkable Richard Farnsworth. Yeah. I cannot tell you how much joy I felt being on my horse and looking over and seeing that man on a horse beside me. It swells my heart with pride now when I think about it. There's just one slight difference, though. My training was so rigorous, and I was on horseback pretty much all day, every day. At lunchtime, I would beg our wrangler, Corky Randall, "Please don't make me ride. Please don't make me ride." But if I came away from that film with anything, I learned what I was made of. And that is something that I believe is unique to people who have made Westerns. Well, many years passed, and then last year, there I was again, in Texas, on horseback. It was like coming home. Coming home. That is what doing Westerns feels like to me. And I am so grateful that the Golden Boot Committee has chosen to honor a part of my life that has brought me such joy, and I am humbled to be in the company of my fellow honorees this evening, Tom Berenger, Robert Stack, L.Q. Jones, Donna Hall, Howard Koch, Greg Barton, Myron Healy, Walter Reed, House Peters Jr., and the Queen of the West, Dale Evans. I am lucky, indeed, because, most importantly, there is love in my life, represented by the people who are with me tonight. My dear and loyal friend Jerry Doyle, whom I have no doubt will be elected to Congress this year in our 24th district, for anyone who's interested. Mr. Sean Decker, whose artistic brilliance turned our home into a dream come true. My best friend, Sandy Peckinpah, who defines the words grace, courage, and beauty. My Aunt Stephanie, who taught me to dance and laugh and snuggle. My beautiful mother, Barbara, who filled my childhood with magic, stood by me through all the hardships and joys of my adulthood, and has always told me there is nothing I can't do. Yeah. My stepfather, Warren, who has loved and protected my mother and embraced our family as his own. And my husband, my cowboy, the man who courted me on horseback. You are my partner, my friend, my lover, my cheerleader, my rock, my soulmate, the love of my life. And although they are not here, I have to thank my glorious boys, Sam, Lee, Dakota, and Michael, who give me pride and peace. And finally, I would like to dedicate this award to 4 people who are not with us in body, but whom I know are with us in spirit. Michael Landon, whose lessons I carry with me every day. That's the way it should be, after all. He is my pa. Garrett Peckinpah, who, although was only with us for 16 years, inspires my every move. My grandfather, Harry Crane, the epitome of class, style, and humor with a cowboy's heart. And my father, Paul Gilbert, kindest and most fair, honorable, and beautiful man anyone could meet. I carry you in my soul, Daddy. Thank you all, and God bless.